It feels great. We feel great. Our customers, we know, feel great. There's been a lot of pent-up demand. We got some customers back here giving us the fist pumps right now. So we'll take it. We're getting excited.
After a late start to the season, the first major winter storm of the season has folks up at Timberline excited, but you'll want to be cautious if you're heading up to the Cascade, which is expected to see another foot of snowfall today. Today, weather impact alert is for a winter storm warning in the Cascades, as well as heavy showers and hail around our area up and down the I-5. We have a team coverage this morning. Thomas Schultz will bring us a live look at conditions up at Mount Hood. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis are standing by with what your forecast and commute will look like as we kick off the 6 o'clock hour of sunrise right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us here. I'm China Green. We're going to go straight to our weather impact alert coverage this morning with Rod's forecast. Rod.
Thank you, China. Now realize this is kind of a lull in the action, so don't let right now give you the sense that not much is going to happen today. Especially this afternoon, snow rates in the Cascades will pick up and become very heavy again as the winter storm warning continues, not only today for the Cascades, but also into the day tomorrow. Right now up at Timberline, cold, 21 degrees, 15 inches of new snow. Temperatures will hold below freezing today with the storm warning. Another foot plus of snow expected. Snow levels as low as 2,000 feet, certainly well down below Cascade passes. More on all of that coming up. For the valley, KGW weather impact alert for a second front coming in. Now, right now, pretty quiet outside, but we'll see heavy showers returning to the area later this morning into the noon hour. Some of those could contain some hail and some breezy to gusty winds as they pass. We'll let all of that action expire at 7 p.m. today, as after that, I think showers will start to become a little bit tamer in the darkness of the night. There's actually been some lightning detected offshore. That's where that second front is right now. That rain band will start to move into the coast by mid-morning. Right now, there are some scattered showers. This is pretty quiet, and there's not much wind out there. The bricks are wet. We're at 42 degrees. By noon, we're back into the active part of your day with the impact alert. We'll be low to mid-40s with those heavy showers occasionally working their way through the area. Here's Chris.
All right, Rod, thank you for that. Of course, up in the mountains, chains and traction tires required up over Highway 26 through Government Camp. Also, not to be left out here, Interstate 84 in eastern Oregon, up over the Blue Mountains. Of course, that gets up to about 4,000 feet. So traveling between Pendleton and La Grande, be aware that that is an area that's going to be becoming snow covered and icy at times today as well. All right, Government Camp, as we mentioned, that's a bit snowy. Down low for the rest of us, we're actually in okay shape this morning. Your I-5 drive across the interstate bridge, that looks pretty good. Door number 3 takes us over to the Sylvan Hill. That too in pretty good shape. So far, China, no unexpected freeway delays heading into town just yet.
Thank you, Chris. And skiers and boarders were ready for the snow at Timberline yesterday after a late start to the season.
We were checking it the past couple of days and it looked pretty bleak, and didn't know what to expect. Thought it'd be maybe a little bit later in the season even, but it worked out perfectly for our schedule. So yeah, we were excited.
With another foot of snow expected today, travel will be tricky if you are headed up to the mountain or over the passes. Have chains or traction tires along with an emergency kit, extra food, water, and warm clothes just in case. Speaking of going into the mountain, that's where we find Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz this morning up at Government Camp. Thomas, how's it looking out there? I know you got your trusty stick with you.
You know, China, I've got the stick. We'll bring that out in just a second here because we're filled up with props or tools, depending on how you want to use them today. But look, we were already talking to a tow truck driver this morning. He's been up here since 1 a.m. and he says he's already had to pull several people out. So clearly something to keep in mind out here. We showed you a little bit earlier. I mean, this is, we're kind of on a guardrail here right by Highway 26. This is about 5-6 inches of snow here. And I mentioned those props or tools, depending on how you use them. We've got those snow chains with us. We also have studded tires. So look, if you've got one or the other, that is good. Traction tires are also good for those smaller vehicles, but you're gonna need something up here today because it is snowy. I wanna show you a little bit of what we're seeing on the roads as well. It's something that a lot of plows have been out all morning long, making sure these roads are in pretty good shape. Honestly, ODOT's been doing a pretty good job up here this morning. They've been out here all night long, it seems like, because these roads are in great shape so far this morning, doing a really nice job. You can see those trucks moving pretty swiftly, honestly, up the mountain. This is, again, we are at Government Camp here. We're going to move up to Timberline here in just a moment, but those cars moving pretty smoothly so far. We haven't seen any snow chains yet on those cars. China, you mentioned that trusty stick. We're going to have to plant that thing one more time here at government camp before we keep it moving. I don't know. That might be even more than 5 inches. But again, we are in the median where they are pushing snow off of the roadway here. So not too bad yet. But of course, if you are coming up here, be aware of that. Of course, if you're skiing, this is a great day to do it as well. Timberline is expecting a lot of people to come up. I know some people in our newsroom are very excited. Of course, people all around town very excited for this big pummeling of snow that we finally got here in early January. Once again, you can see those trucks moving. We're going to try to show you this guy over here on the left-hand side. We've been watching him. It's harder to see right now, but he's actually blowing snow off of the road through that truck and into the woods here up at government camp. So a lot of resources allocated here to make sure Highway 26 is in good shape for all those skiers and people traveling over the pass today. China?
Thomas Schultz reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Thomas. And in Central Oregon, people at Mount Bachelor are also excited about the potential 4 feet of snow. This is video from the mountain yesterday. Officials say that teams will be working to expand terrain there as conditions allow. And stay with KGW as we continue to track weather impacts across our region. You can find the latest here or anytime on our website, kgw.com. Now to our other local headlines. We're learning more about what authorities say happened the night a 13-year-old was shot and killed in his sleep. Police say Liam Spanley Bailey was hit by a stray bullet in Gresham apartment last spring. At a bail hearing for 2 of the suspects, officers testified that 5 people were meeting at the apartment complex to trade guns. Police say 2 people in the group tried to steal guns from 2 others, which led to a shootout. One of the bullets went through a wall and hit the victim.
Certainly this is a chaotic situation where you have individuals that engaged in a lot of dangerous behavior, and then unfortunately a young member of our community paid the price with his life.
A decision on bail has been pushed to next week. Portland police say they have arrested a burglary suspect after a nearly 6-hour standoff in southwest Portland. Authorities say this all began around 5 o'clock last night when a man says he found a stranger in his apartment. He ran out, he called police. The suspect then barricaded himself in a bedroom. Police say they were able to arrest the suspect just before 11 o'clock. No word yet on the person's identity. Former Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle has a new job with the Port of Portland. The port confirmed it hired Lavelle to serve as captain on the port police force. Lavelle became chief of Portland Police in 2020 and stepped down in 2023 to become an assistant chief. Last month, the city announced that he was leaving for another law enforcement job, but didn't say where. And according to OPB, Lavelle started with the port on December 30th. So we have some travel news this morning. The aviation firm Cirium reports that if you want your flight to be on time, your best bet is to fly international. Don't you wish we could all do that? The firm found that international flights had fewer delays. Delta was the top North American airline with more than 80% of on-time arrivals. And get this, the top U.S. airports for timeliness were Honolulu, Salt Lake City, and PDX. Hey, check out this video from Anchorage International Airport in Alaska. An ongoing winter storm there brought back-to-back records on Monday and Tuesday, with some areas getting over 9 inches of snow. The heavy snow did cause significant delays at the airport. Now, Rob, we're not going to see anything like that, but today's weather impact alert is for heavy showers, including hail around our area, and then the winter storm warning for heavy snow in the Cascade.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Both parts of our story continuing on the second day of this overall storm event that we're dealing with. Rain amounts yesterday turned out to be in the valley pretty much right what the models were showing. We did get an inch in Newport and about an inch and a half in that storm. Look at Tillamook, 2.22. 75/100ths in Portland, not quite as much in Salem. You get up to Kelso Longview, 82/100ths of an inch of rain. We were out, my family, to dinner last night. Right when that front was coming in, the rain was really coming down and the winds were howling. And we had a 41-mile-per-hour southwest wind gust out at the airport. There's actually a second front coming in today. And because of that, after a fairly quiet start to our morning, we will see heavier rain return going into the noon hour, and could be some hail showers mixed in with that. So I do continue the impact alert through 7 p.m. for at least a few heavy rain bands coming through. We won't see a big stretch of steady rain today like we ended up having yesterday afternoon into the night. But you see just a few showers right now. Then out here, That is the rain with that second front. And again, there has been some lightning detected with that already. Here's Salem sky camera. Shower passing over the state capitol currently, it looks like. 42 degrees. Winds are actually light out there this morning, including out through the Columbia River Gorge. Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront, 42. When I say light, nobody's reporting anything really more than 10 miles per hour. 39 in Hillsboro. It's 40 in Taggart, 38 in Happy Valley. So temperature is really not consequential here. 42 in Salem and 40 degrees up in McMinnville. Depending on elevation and timing of the day, a mix of snow and rain showers, central and eastern areas of our state. Many of you will stay in the 30s today. We'll be in the 40s, coast and valley, and really pretty steady temperatures all in all throughout the day. Again, the impact alert for heavy showers and maybe some hail. The first heavy shower band later this morning into the noon hour. Tomorrow, a gentler day, but still showers likely in the forecast. And then we go all dry starting on Friday and through your weekend, and that's your update.
Thank you, Ron.